bit of happy camping. Our goal for the day is to try and get this floor fully off the cab so that we can get down to the frame rails and get ready to put the big bus on top to be a happy camper.
What's our situation here? What's your next little step that doesn't sound good? Actually, literally sounds shitty.
Well, the problem is we've got a tank full of poo-poo that's got to go, and it's going to be a hell of a job to get it out without getting ourselves full of poo-poo.
Oh no.
It'll be fun.
I'm glad that's not my job.
Yeah, it's not your job.
Oy.
Shitter's full. Hopefully not.
Oh boy. This could be disastrous.
All right, so I know that the end goal is kind of maybe a lowered kind of hot rod bus, but hear me out. 3-foot lift, jacked up bus.
Right. Like butter.
Well, Jack,
Yes, sir.
tell us what you actually think about this project.
Well, what started off as a good day about 3 weeks ago, it turned into a great project, but definitely a lot of work to get something like this pulled together. But I'm enjoying it.
It ain't easy being cool.
Right? No, we're gonna be the coolest kids going to school.
Yeah. Craziness. Fuck yeah. Fun project, hey?
It's a pretty cool project.
It, as much as it looked like a do-it-yourself at home project at the start, it got a little more complex than that.
It definitely did. Merging the two of them together is a little more involved than we thought it was.
Yeah, yeah. Not impossible though, clearly. You can see we've stretched the cab a little bit. Here's next few hours, hoping this works.
So Mike, how's it going?
It's going good. We've got a bunch of the body cut out, and we're getting ready to slide it under the bus here and try and mate them together.
Let's try that. Well, we're gonna have to get rid of all of them anyways, Jack.
All of these?
Yeah, I think so.
I agree. To get it as low as you want it.
Well, right now it's 7 inches, so if you look from the side, it needs to be lowered a foot.
But the issue is as well, you see the hump by the wheels, that's as low as it can go.
No, because we can put the hump into
Put the hump into it.
into the floorboard.
Right, okay. Okay, so get rid of this and then gain this 4 inches lower.
Are these you got holes? So do these come off pretty straightforward, or is it
Yeah.
I believe so.
hours and hours of work to get them off? Right?
No,
It's a
no,
couple
there's,
bolts per.
yeah.
So by the time one guy cuts the step and we get rid of these, 45 minutes from now, kind of thing, we're
Probably.
trying again. Okay.
Okay. Right.
It'd be nice to get like a steering wheel replacement.
Right, but do we want to go ahead and cut this out first? It doesn't really matter right now. I think we make it. dokie. Let's put you here. Oh yeah. Okay. So do that right here.
It's the best thing ever, isn't it? I'm sure the mice are afraid. Talk to me about it.
A lot of cutting. We've got the firewall mocked up in here. Not really sure how it's going to work out yet, but it's going to be pretty easy to build a filler panel up in here, I think. And the rest of it is going to be difficult, but we'll make it work. Yeah, we got a measured distance from here to the wheel well, so that all stays the same. We're going to have the original international fenders on here, and the hood and the original international front end. So we want to use the factory radiator for the motorhome chassis because it's way better rad. So yeah, we want that to work. Gotta be cutting that up quite a bit. So the firewall is actually being moved back roughly 9 or 10 inches, and which means we're going to have to stretch the wiring harness. But the way it was routed before through this plastic sheath here, we're not going to have that because that mounted to the top cowl, and that's not there anymore. So I think we're going to have enough room on the harness. The brake lines to the ABS module right here, we might have to lengthen these brake lines. The steering shaft is going to have to get changed. Other than that, I don't think there's too many things that have to get swapped. We'll have to build custom AC lines, custom heater hoses. Rad hoses will be the same. We're going to use the factory rad, factory AC condenser. So I don't think there's going to be too much modifying in here. It's just making the rad support work with the international front end is going to be the trick. But we'll make it happen.
Wicked.
Have to do the other side, and it looks like we're going to be able to use the whole rad support.
Bitchin'.
So right here, you can see I had to contour this a little bit. We actually had to move the firewall over 2 inches, and because of that, this is into the valve cover a little bit, so I have to clearance this for the valve cover, and I'll have to do a bit of clearancing on the heater box as well. So cut a little bit of metal out of here and just pounded her up. At some point, probably tomorrow, the front end will go back on, and we'll do a little bit of mock-up and see where we're at.
Fuck yeah.
Just a bit of sheet metal work, and we'll box it all in and make it look like it's supposed to be there.
Hell yeah.
It's going in, eh?
Somewhere there, yeah. No.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Up there. Are we there, Jack?
But we can come down a little bit and have
down. You guys all clear over there?
It does look like we're gonna be snug on this.
Looks like it's snug on this side too.
No, this is the side that looks snug on.
Oh, I see.
Okay, just a sec. Okay, no, I know it's gonna clear, but not by much. Keep coming. I'm gonna get you to stop kind of.
What's that?
I'd like to make sure we're centered.
This half end should probably go over.
Which way?
My way, yeah.
Because we're just gonna touch the. Okay, so midway through the project, I thought I'd explain to you guys what's actually happening here. This is what happens when your wife falls in love with a cute bus on the side of the road. One of our previous clients was driving through our area and his wife fell in love with this super cute bus. He said to me, "Hey JF, do you want to build a bus for me?" And I was like, "I don't think so. It's not in our wheelhouse. It's a more complicated job when you don't do it very often." And he said, "Well, nobody does it very often." He had a good point. So for the last 6 months, we've looked for kind of the perfect candidate. What engine do you put in an old bus? What differential do you put in it? And all of that stuff. And it became very apparent that if we could just find a low mileage motorhome, we would have an engine, a transmission, brake lines, fuel lines, we'd have a gas tank, fuel pumps already in place. And what happened here is we're working really hard to fit this firewall in, and what that'll give us is a pedal assembly, a proper brake booster that works with the chassis so nothing has been altered. We're also going to be able to use the air conditioning system, the gauges, the steering column. All of this AC type heater ducting is going to work, and that's going to make for a really, really cool ride. We went from thinking he was a bit crazy to getting really excited about this project. It should be really fun.
Hang on a sec, guys. Jack's got to get the jack out. And let me get into position. Let me get into position.
What we like to see, Daddy-O. Step back from me. Good boy. Looks like it's got to come back off so you can fish that anyways.
It's international now, this old Ford.
In closing, this is going to look at a sequence, but I'm promising you it's not. It goes together, we find problems, we take it apart. It goes together, we find problems, we take it apart. Earlier in the video, you saw that we were struggling with the engine being really close over there. Well, it turns out from the factory on these things, they move the engines over to the passenger side to make a little extra space in the footwell by 3 inches. It's given us all sorts of problems in there. Mike decided, okay, we're just going to take those motor mounts and move the motor centered in the chassis like it would be in any car. So we're just wrapping up our day. Mike, you ended up having to weld the motor stanchions in place.
Yes, so the brackets on the front cross member had to move over, welded those in place.
But we managed to still have enough space that we didn't have to take the exhaust apart even. We moved the transmission over the same amount, and none of this really got altered. Mike's just working on hanging the exhaust again and little things like that because we just kind of moved the bulk of it over. And anything that was hoses or related like that seemed to move over really nice. The wiring, of course, just followed because it's only a few inches. But now we've got a motor that's actually in the center of the chassis, which gives us the footwell space in there that we needed, and it gives us our opportunity to have, again, all of that AC system and the heating system all ducted from factory, which always makes a better system. So that's where we're leaving you for today. Remember to like, click, subscribe. We're going to follow this one all the way through. Hope to be driving it in the next episode. So stay tuned.